Yo, what's going on? What's happening? Um, Throughout these years, I've made videos about Atlanta. For those that follow me, you know what I'm saying, my channel. And even though I've moved, I've been going from Atlanta for about 4 or 5 years now. I know some of you all are gonna be like, hey man, why you keep on talking about Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? You're going, you live in Charlotte now, and that's that. Leave Atlanta alone. Keep Atlanta out of your mouth. I've heard that in the comment section of the videos that I've done about Atlanta. And the reason why I continue talking about Atlanta is because my black folks keep on going down there as if, that's going to solve their problems. And I get it wholeheartedly. Because I was one of the persons or people that, thought that I go down there, it's the Black Mecca. This is all hype. This is what us as black people have hyped Atlanta up to be. The Black Mecca, Black Hollywood. I go down there, I'll be amongst my own. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to maneuver. I'll be able to network amongst my own people. That's the false impression that I got. And once I got down there and I saw that, and it didn't take me a month to see it. It only took like a couple of days or a week or two to see that black people, they don't stick together down there. And it is a small pocket of successful blacks. Small pocket of them. And these people, they down in Atlanta, it's all about these people being clicked up. They're clicked up. So if you're not part of a sorority or fraternity or something like that, you know what I'm saying? If you're not in the in crowd, then you might as well forget it. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's concerned about you. This is something that I had to wrap around my head. And I know some of you all are going to be like, man, it's like that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you go, whether it's Houston, Dallas, Los Angeles, New York City, all of these cities are like that. You know what I'm saying? Where black people only care about themselves. So you're not saying nothing new, but yet and still I am, because see, throughout this video, I may not say it a lot, but you're going to hear me say, I remember and we used to. See, I'm an old head according to, you know what I'm saying, the young people. And I just can't fathom of wrap it around my head that now black people have this individualism ideology. Well, all they care about is themselves. It was a hard pill to swallow. And I would think that being in a black city called Atlanta, that yeah, true indeed, everybody is thinking a certain way and this and that, etc. But not down there. It's a black city. Atlanta prides itself on being just that, a black city. But once I got down there, I saw that being that this is a black city, it comes with a lot of problems. A lot. Like colorism, classism. And I was shocked and amazed to see how we treat one another down there. And in specific, how I was treated. It's real talk. I'm telling you, this is my word. I've never been taking heat. I've been around a lot of superficial people throughout my time on this planet. But I've never been around the amount of superficial people that I was around in Atlanta. I mean, I can't even, super duper superficial people. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, everybody's built on first name and last name European, you know what I'm saying, clothes. First and last name European clothes. If you don't have the latest Balenciaga, or Louis Vuitton, or Gucci, you were nobody. And that's crazy to me. That's extremely crazy to me based on where we came from as a people. That down there, they don't even realize that they're messed up in the head. All I see is black folks all in Lenox Mall buying up stuff. Not realizing why you buying, what are you buying shit for? And most of us are broke. But we gotta have this image. We gotta maintain this image, whatever that may be. Motherfuckers driving around, rented Lamborghinis, you know what I'm saying? Porsches, Bentleys, in order to impress who? Why do you have to be something that you're not in order to be somebody? Real shit. And I know some of you haters, y'all gonna be like, man, the reason why you came across these type of people, or you saying that, you know what I'm saying, these people this way and that way, and didn't want to just do whatever with you and is because of the fact that you was broke. Well, last time I checked, my arms, legs, everything works. I'm not broke at all. Real talk. Yeah, man, you were broke. That's the reason why nobody want to mess with you, and that's the reason why you had a bad experience. Other than that, man, I've been living in Atlanta all these years, and I came up and I had this money and this and that. Here we go. I told you about the individualism ideology. I and not we. Let me go ahead and throw the old head thing in. I remember black folks used to move as a collective, but that's not the case down there in Atlanta. I mean, I could deal with the racism straight up. This is real talk. I'm living in America spelled with 3 Ks. I don't have no choice but to deal with it. Wherever I go, there's going to be some type of racism. But when I move to a city that's predominantly black, police officers, you know, government officials, black. Cities ran by blacks. I would at least have thought that things will be different. That I wouldn't have to face certain obstacles that I would normally face in a predominantly European city. But that's not the case. That shit was so bad, man, it made me want to move back to Charlotte. We're here, you know, it's like, what is it? I say it's about 35 to 40% blacks, and then it's 60% Caucasians. I mean, well, about 55 or something like that, 50% or something like that. And then, you know, you got a small pocket of, you know, Latinos, etc., you know, percentage-wise. Islanders. Yeah, they'll talk about the culture. Hey, listen, there's culture down there. I'm not going to lie. There's culture down there. But what good is culture if we're only practicing part of the culture? Straight up. We're not practicing the other part of the culture, which is unification, unity, helping one another. You think you're going to get help down in Atlanta? You're sadly mistaken. I've seen women that had children that were homeless begging for money. And people just driving past them, walking past them like, that's their mentality. The Atlanteans down there. And the majority of them are transplants. You know what I'm saying? Their mentality is, fuck them. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I made it. I did what I had to do. Yeah, but this is a mother with children. But it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's homeless people everywhere in Atlanta. Blacks. Not just in Atlanta, but just the metropolitan area as a whole. Metro Atlanta. Begging. Real shit. You go down to Atlanta and you thinking and believing one thing. Whatever you thinking and believing, you better get that shit out your fucking head. And you better know that at the end of the day, that all you got is yourself. That's it. Ain't nobody black coming to rescue you. No one. That's real shit. If you thinking like how I used to think when I took my black ass down there, that you gonna go down there and you gonna have the black experience, you know what I'm saying? You gonna go to church and you know them Millennium people, they worshiping a black Jesus and it's just black. You sadly mistaken. You gonna run into so many scams or scammers till they ain't gonna make no sense. I've learned not to trust people that live in Atlanta. I'm just being real with you. Shit, they just busted a black dude a couple of weeks ago. It was last week or the week before or whatever. He was putting veneers in people's mouths. Come to find out, he wasn't even a dentist. These people that got veneers, that he took their teeth out, put veneers in their mouth. These people got veneers in their mouth. Their shit is all fucked up and shit. They'll tell you in Atlanta, man, people down there in Atlanta, they be hustlers. They be hustlers and shit. They be scammers. They'll tell you that part. Because part of hustling down in Atlanta is scamming. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to disrespect the black city. If that city was worth something, I would glorify it all day, every day. But the reason why I'm making this video is because of the fact that we are always searching, black folks that is, always searching for the promised land. Always trying to move somewhere where we could be accepted. And I get it. I get it. Everywhere you move, everywhere you go, people seem to have a problem with us. So we want to move somewhere where everyone looks like us and we could be together. And life won't be so bad, but I'm telling you, if you think that you leaving one city that's racist and all the negativity, and you move into Atlanta and thinking that all of the stuff that you moved away from don't exist there, you are in some big trouble. You're gonna see homelessness. Let me tell you something. This is my word. You're gonna see whatever you saw in your city in Atlanta times 10. That's guaranteed. I've never saw so many homeless people in my life, black homeless people. Man, listen, I've lived in New York. I've never seen homeless people on bridges and highways begging for money. How is that possible? I saw it in Atlanta. Atlanta is the home of the have and have-nots. Either you got it or you don't. Ain't no middle class. Middle class is gone, dead. You got people sleeping in U-Haul trucks, storage places, storage units. This fucking grocery store I used to go to, when I used to go out there to, what's that park called? Piedmont Park. The Kroger's that was like a couple of, like I say, at least a mile away from the park. It wasn't too far. Kroger's I used to go, I think they had like watermelons, some shit I used to get over there that was pretty decent. That particular Kroger's had. I used to go over there like a little, like late, not late, but a little late at night, like about 8 or 9 o'clock. Every night, I'm not lying, this is my word, I would see people in parked up with their engines on, their cars on. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got a pillow and a sheet over them sleeping in their cars. That's real shit. I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm not here to embarrass a city, a black city that is. I'm telling you the truth. I think this past Thursday, Atlanta played somebody, I think it was the Saints, if I'm not mistaken. And you see black people all in the crowd, all in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. people everywhere. And you're looking from the outside looking in. So you've never been to Atlanta, but you want to move there. And you're like, man, God damn, look at all of the black people over. And you thinking, yo, man, it gotta be lit down there. And it is. If you into strip clubs, hookah lounges, and bars, you into partying every day. And you got the money to do it. If that's your forte, if that's something that you like doing, spending money on broads and shit, faking it, if you ain't got it, or if you got it, you spending it for no, what the fuck are you spending? What are you going out for? I know a dude, I was cool with this dude down there. Motherfucker used to want to go out every fucking weekend. I'm not lying. This dude that I'm telling you about, I'm about to tell you about, this is a motherfucker. It's like millions of these motherfuckers. This one dude that think the same and all of that shit. One dude my age want to go out every fucking weekend, lying to these chicks, talking about some he ain't got no kids. This motherfucker damn Beijing up his fucking beard and shit. Got gray hairs growing out of his fucking head, out of his face and shit. He got the LeBron James shit, you know what I'm saying? He taking hair from the back neck and planting in like planting them shits, hair follicles a piece all up in the front of his head to make a hairline. This motherfucker always want to fucking go out. Spend money for what? What is the end result? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to prove? Especially a man of my age. Motherfucker got a wife, kids. And it's dangerous out there. Because you might fuck around and run into a transformer, more than meets the eyes, a Decepticon, and you know where I'm coming from. Real shit. Or you may be cool with it, because there may be some men out there that are really on the D. I stop fucking with that dude. Everyone, I'm telling you, man, this is my word. It seems like everyone down there they're con artists. Can't trust them. That's real shit. Can't trust them. But if you want to go down there, hey, listen, you're an adult, you do what you want to do. It's not going to make me or break me. I'm just here to tell you the truth and to forewarn you. But if that's your forte, if that's, that's your thing, that's what you do, that's how you get down, like everything that I just said, if you are like, yo, I don't see the problem in what you just said, go down there then. Trust me. You'll love it if that's how you are. If you're all about being, to yourself, being an individual and not willing to help people and seeing your own fucking people just be fucked up. If you're superficial, if you're into all of these name brand clothes and the latest cars and the watches and the cell phones and all of that shit, you'll fit right in. If you're into hookah lounges and strip clubs, if that's your forte, I'm telling you, you'll have a good time. But if you're just a regular person like myself, and I'm not saying it ain't no black people that's homeless and going through certain things here in Charlotte. I'm not saying that here in Charlotte we don't experience somewhat of the same thing, because truth be told, you got Atlanta and Charlotte is right behind Atlanta. Charlotte's becoming just like Atlanta. So I'm not here to say, oh yeah, well shit, I'll stay in a better place than that. Nah, it's just Charlotte is more of a family-orientated city than Atlanta. If you're young, you don't have no children, and You know what I'm saying? You a rapper, you a singer, you into the entertainment business, and you ain't got nothing to lose. Shit, if you lose some shit, you don't give a fuck. You sleep on the couch or you sleep in your car, whatever, then that Atlanta may be for you. Or if you just one of these bourgeois motherfuckers, nose up in the air, corporate man, black man or woman, it may be for you. But if you're just a regular person such as myself, it ain't gonna ever work out for you. Real shit. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm being real with you. It's so real with me, I'll never drive through Atlanta. Never. Motherfuckers always, seriously, this is my word. When I do Atlanta video, motherfuckers always say that shit. Yo, man, when you coming down to Atlanta, never worry. You ain't ever got to worry about me stepping foot in that city ever again. Real shit. I'll fly over it. That's as far as I'm going to Atlanta. Straight up. If I drive somewhere, it's two different highways I can take. Excuse me, it's another highway I can take outside of 85 to get to where I gotta go. If I'm going further down south, like Florida, Mississippi or some shit like that. Was specifically Florida, because I ain't fucking around no Mississippi or Alabama either. You know what I'm saying? And well, let me be specific on where I'm going to Florida, like South Florida. That's it. I could hit 95 and go along the coast. I ain't gotta go straight through 85. I'd rather go straight through Atlanta. This shit is crazy to me, man. I look at the traffic in Atlanta, that shit is ridiculous. They put expressways from what I see, they was just now building it on 400, and they fixed that area like around 400 and, 275? Where the two highways, you know what I'm saying, meet, you know what I'm saying? Where 400 goes across 275? No, excuse me, 285? They fixed that whole area and shit, and it's still cluttered and fucked up. I'm just saying, what's the perks? And please don't give me the bullshit. I'm about to get out of here. Please don't give me the bullshit like, man, so you mean to tell me that's all you try to do is just move to a city where there's black people in and that's all you care about? You're not caring about your career, your money, and this and that and so forth? My nigga, let me tell you something. Europeans, non-blacks, they care about everything. They're not gonna move somewhere. I put it to you like this: they ain't gonna move around no niggas. They're gonna move to an area where they're most comfortable in or at, and that's around their own people. Now, let me tell you something. This is the negative side towards being around other people outside of your race. I say, at least when it comes to black people, you miss the other shit. Like there's a lot of cons towards living in Atlanta. There's some cons of living in the black neighborhoods, but then there's pros to it. Like one thing I miss about Atlanta is the jazz festival. When you see the jazz festival and just different festivals that they have down there, and just black people everywhere, they beautiful women, the man is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is beautiful. Like when it's peaceful down there, it's peaceful. That don't hardly ever happen, but you know what I'm saying? But that's the cons, you know what I'm saying? Living in a community that's not, like I live in a diverse community and I hate it. I hate it. Because we all ain't the same. We all ain't the same. So I can't go over to my next door neighbor and be like, yo, can I get a cup of sugar? Or yo, what you doing, this 4th of July or this Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You want to cook out, you want to come over my house or this, that ain't gonna happen. The neighbors are not neighborly. But I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been trying, I've been searching for a place that I can fit in at here in America, spelled with 3 Ks, and it's just really no place. That you know, like some of these black people, they wised up. Like, there's no place, so they created their own places. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had this family like in Georgia, not too far from Atlanta, that bought like 70-something acres, 100-something acres or whatever, and they built their own houses in that area. Like, that's what we got to start doing if you want to continue to live here. We got to start building our own communities and establishing our, you know, and governing and policing ourselves in those communities. Other than that, man, you know, I can't sit here and act like I don't know why black people are moving to Atlanta. I know why. Overall, it's a mind thing. You just want to go somewhere where you're accepted. But I'm telling you, that's not the place. You'll be better off, no lie, you'll be better off coming together with your family and your friends and moving to finding some cheap ass land and creating your own Atlanta. Straight up. Where your next door neighbors, your cousin, your aunt, uncles, grandmother, friends, and shit like that, people that you could trust. Other than that, you go down there and you start trusting those motherfuckers, man, please. Straight up. That's only asking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, all I'm here to do is help. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Other than that, I'm out.